Hey there, gorgeous gays! Version 2 here with Yakuza 3! Way earlier than we're meant to be. Welcome Yakuza 3. My fourth Yakuza game, because numbers are weird. So, I'm just deliberately trying to not look at what's happening on the screen right now. I've been told, like in all the previous ones, but especially in Kiwami 1, I think it was, what is being shown right now is full of spoilers. I'll let you all watch it. It's a nice cool intro while I talk and do my stuff. But I'm gonna not watch it. I'm just like kind of blurring my vision so I can't even make out anything. Welcome to Yakuza 3. If you've been watching my Yakuza series up to this point, so I've been warned about this game. In that this is the point where we're now jumping back in time. Yakuza 0 was a made for PS4, completely the ground up, started PS4, made for PS4 game like that, and it was made after Yakuza 5, I'm pretty sure. So we started with something that was made very late in the franchise, but timeline-wise, people said it made a lot of sense to do it at the start, and I completely agree. It's also the game that got me into it, so watching the Best Friends LP of it, and seeing Fury the dude out the window, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I want to play Yakuza 0 now. Then we went to Yakuza Kiwami 1, a remake of a PS2 game, remade from the ground up for the PS4. Had some design things that were a bit shaky, being a PS2 game, but they changed some of those things, didn't change some of them. But they remade it for the PS4. And then Kiwami 2 happened, which is the same deal as Kiwami 1, but on a brand new engine that they're now using, that they've used for Yakuza 6, 7, Judgment, and everything like that, and Kiwami 2. And now we got Yakuza 3, which is a remaster of a PS3 game. Not remade for the PS4, just remastered and ported. So I've been warned. I've been warned, the game's a little loud, I will turn down the game a little bit. Again, you can always like to yell at me about volume. I'm bad at volume. Really bad at putting it there. There we go. So if you don't know, that's the deal with Yakuza. That's the deal with the Yakuza at this point. Is that, yeah, this is a PS3 game made for the PS3. I don't know if it was the first PS3 Yakuza. I have no idea whether Kenzan came out before this or whether Kenzan came out after this. One of those two is the first PS3 Yakuza. Kenzan came out first, then it was this one. So it's not the very first Yakuza game made for the PS3, but it's the second. I've been warned that, like, visuals, combat, some design things are going to be weird and janky. Sub-stories in this game are apparently missable. If you don't do them at the very particular points during the story that you can do them, you never get access to that sub-story until Premium Adventure, and I like doing every sub-story before I beat the game. I like beating the game to be the final thing I do in these games. So, you know, I've got a walkthrough. We've got Yakuza experts of Deku and Densha here to help me through all of that. But I'm going into this, obviously, with an open mind. As I mentioned at one of the other Yakuza games, outside of Yakuza 1, and to an extent too, for 3, 4, 5, and 6, I have heard people say that it's both their least favorite and their favorite Yakuza game in the series. Just of like seeing people talk about it on Twitter and comments and everything like that. Yakuza expert who just beat it this morning. Yeah, Deku literally beat the story this morning. But you've 100%ed the games before this, so you know, Yakuza 3 jank up. Well, that's the thing, is that when I did the Final Fantasy Origin Stranger of Chaos demo, the thing I mentioned in that so much was, oh my god, this is the first time I've played a game in so long that feels like PS3 jank, which is funny because it's a PS5 game. But this is going to be real PS3 jank. It's not quite PS2 jank, but it is apparently going to be PS3 jank. I need to know to be aware of that. But again, from this point onwards, I have heard people say that every game past this point is both their favorite and their least favorite. Actually, I don't know if I've heard anyone say 4 is their least favorite. I say from this point onwards, I hear most people say 4 is their favorite, and I don't know if I've heard anyone say it's their least favorite. But 3, 5, 6, and 7, I haven't heard anyone say that 7's their least favorite, but I've heard people say it's their favorite, and 3, 5, and 6, I've heard different people say top of the list and bottom of the list. And I did Kiwami 2, which again I heard some people say not the greatest. And I still really liked it. I obviously have certain issues with it in some capacities. But I still really liked it. So, you know, it's Yakuza, it's Kiryu. Like, it's exploring Kamurocho, it's doing all of that. I don't think I'm ever going to dislike one of these games. Even if there are moments that piss me the fuck off. I don't think I'm ever, like, there's parts of Kiwami 1 that I dislike a lot. I don't dislike Yakuza Kiwami 1. I really like Kiwami 1. It just has its issues. So, you know, there's that. Anyway, we're going to start the new game. We're going to do normal. Normal difficulty is just how I do things. Loud on your end, not loud on my end. I can barely hear the menus click. I barely heard the music at the beginning, setting it up a little bit. System from the Yakuza series has been found. Received Ukiyo Bell as a present. Okay, I got a present. Nice. Nice as a little bonus. Any things that... Furthermore, this work takes place in 2009. Any viewpoints are from that era. Interesting. Not something we were told about before. 2009. So this is 3 years after Kiwami 2. And we're at a nice little beach area. What's happening? Haruka! Okay, immediately, yeah, this looks like a... This does indeed look like a PS3 game. Okay, okay. We're starting this game off right. Shirtless Kiryu. Okay, now it's light on my end. This is very far from what? They actually got to just, like, live their own life? Echoing? The game? Or the game might be echoing because I've got it real, because that was really loud on my end. Or do you mean my voice? My microphone's been doing that sometimes. I don't know how to fix that. Oh, 60 FPS! Oh, thank fucking God. Caught us some dinner. Has Kiryu actually just gone to be a caretaker at Sunflower? Uncle Rakia. Uncle Rakia's around. Sup? Hi. He doesn't look happy. Oh, he's just barehanded. Essence of fish catching. What's happening? Okay, he's saying Anarchy and Boss. And the boss has been shot. Meanwhile, in Chinatown, Yokohama. We're bouncing all over the place here. We're bouncing around so much.
Hey. Hi. 今変わります。会長、お電話です。誰だ？例の
Oh, that's Daigo!
と言えばわかると。
Oh, it's Daigo! Oh, I didn't recognize the dude. I didn't even recognize him. I recognize his voice, but oh, it's Daigo. Okay.
堂島です。
And chairman, he did become the head.
先日お断りしたはずじゃ。
Okay. So that got cleared up very
well.
I don't know about quickly. This is 3 years afterwards.
登場会は一切手引かせてもらいます。
Wow, we've really just jumped forward a lot, and there's a lot of shit's different. Very different to Kiwami 2.
たとえ100億200億積まれても答えは同じだ。それじゃ。
Wearing a giant puffy jacket does a great beat figure. Honestly, it's the hair being slicked back. Motherfucking looking like Nishiki.
会長。今の電話、例の沖縄の一件では。本当に断っていいのでしょうか。
どういう意味だ。
お言葉ですが、今本家は直系白鵬会の上がりでやっていけてる状態です。もしあの沖縄の一件、うちが引き受ければ、この先10年は食っていけるだけの金が本家になだれ込みます。
So Tojo is short on money.
いや、 それ以上
Okay, 100 billion, that's significantly more than
それ
even
に
what we
今
were dealing with
あの
in
男に恩を売っ
Kiwami.
ておけば後々政界との強いパイプが
黙れ。そんなことは百も承知だ。だがあの土地は奪えねえ。
4代目の剣ですか。
登場界は4代目に何度も救われてきた。その人から居場所を奪うことはできねえ。
Okinawa is a coastal city, right?
おい、
はい。
急いで本部へ戻ってくれ。
Oh.
会長、会食のご予定はどうされるんですか。
キャンセルだ。それより今沖縄の土地買収を勝手に進めるような連中が出ないよう組織を固める方
An
が先
island.
決だ。
Oh, okay. It's an island of the island. Okay. Wait, was Sunflower off an island off Japan? I did not realize this. I did not realize there's anything of whenever they discussed it. All right. How the fuck did Haruka get into Kamurocho then? Like in Kiwami 1 when she was looking for Yumi. I'm confused. I'm confused. See, after that shirtless speech with the katana that Daigo gave in 2, I guess everyone disagreed. Well, you're the one dude who's left.
それが
何？
本当です。どこからどう見てもご本人としか言いようがありません。
どこにいる？
今会長室にお通ししてあります。
分かった。
Has Majima come back? Is there another chuckle fuck from Omi? Is Kiryu just here trying to tell off Daigo?
風間さん、あなた死んだはずじゃ。
驚かせましたか。
What? Dude was literally hugging a grenade. Are you fucking kidding me?
これは
10 minutes and we were off the rails.
大切なものです。
Yeah,
これは沖縄の土地の権利書。
This game has done so much so quickly.
あの土地には4代目が。
知ってます。
Dude's back from we got zombies.
あなたに
I'm not even doing Dead Souls yet.
土地を奪うことはできない。だからあなたに代わって私たちが権利書を取ってきたんです。
どうしてそのことを？
Ouch.
今我々は登場界に沖縄の土地買収の件から降りてもらうわけにはいかないんです。
だが俺は
Okay, you come back from the. What is happening?
もう手を引くと決めたんだ。
Evil zombie Kazuma betraying his own kid?
3万人の構成
With
員
some
を
staunch
養う
dude
には
behind him?
そんなことは言ってらんないでしょう。
それでも
I'm so confused.
それでも俺
I'm
が
so confused.
断ると言ったら
Sunglasses and one bodyguard? It honestly could be. One of the brothers did have slicked back blonde hair. So that's who Rikia meant when he said the boss.
おじき中原は今
Wait, there's a different boss that was shown.
どうなんだ親父の容体は
Oh, it's his boss. Naka. Everyone's being. Ah! Game, I need you to slow down for like 4 seconds.
怖かった
I
ね。
need you to slightly slow down. Sup, hi, welcome to Yakuza 3. I'm confused by
お
everything
前
so
は
far.
大丈夫だったのか Best Wolf!
There is so much already going on so
犯
quickly.
人は割れてんのか
いえ、お嬢と二人きりのところを襲われたんで。
親父は腹に数発食らったみたい
どこかの組の会士か。
で。いえ、多分土地買収の絡みです。事務所から例の土地の権利書がなくなってました。
何？
Oh, so whoever.
絶対
Okay.
玉城組の連中に決まってる。奴ら1年前のこと。
So
俺たちは
whoever that dude is working
Yeah.
for Kazuma came,
それはどうも
shot this dude's
違うみたいで。
boss, and then shot Daigo.
どうしたんださき。
Yakuza 3. What even is pacing? I don't know what's happening. It's clearly meant to be just to throw you off guard, to have no idea what the fuck is going on.
こいつが撃ったのか。
Oh, she drew a picture? Oh, the way he's looking at it, it's absolutely gonna be Kazuma. Yeah.
これって。
兄貴、こいつ兄貴が知ってる人なんですか？
Yeah, that's my dad.
俺の死んだ
He
親
died like 4 years ago.
父、風間のおやっさんだ。
Wow! Yes! Okay, okay. I need a second to breathe. What is going on? Fuck me. So we start... Oh, fuck. So we have... Just for a start of a Yakuza game, the amount of shit that just happened is so absurd. There's so much that just... Okay, so... Kiryu's back off at Sunflower, which is apparently in Okinawa, which I did not realize. Living his own life and everything like that, but there's some dude, seemingly from the government, who wants to buy the land. And Daigo owns it, or at least the Tojo clan does. Which would make sense if it's Sunflower, Kazuma, like, running that place. I think Kazuma did own it, because he sent all the kids there of the, parents that, were killed. Kazuma comes back from the dead, shoots Rikia's boss, which, the way Rikia was talking, I'm gonna assume he's Yakuza, and whoever, like, his patriarch is, that... They said his name, but I missed it. It was like Naka or something like that. Like, there was extra parts after. I just didn't catch it because I was too busy what the fucking and everything else. Kiryu's off doing his own thing. Daigo's become the chairman. Daigo's been shot. Kazuma's back. And a new person has had their boss shot. And that person seems to be at least close with everyone, considering the kids were calling him uncle and he referred to Kiryu as Anaki. Nakahara, thank you. We have started this game just at full fucking speed. So instantly. I'm getting whiplash. This is not what I expected the start of this fucking game to be. Because, like, Kiwami 2 starts, it's the year, like, it's been a year since the events of 1. They're at the, New Beginnings. They're at the grave saying... They're at this grave saying things. January 2007. Oh, so this would be immediately after Kiwami 2 then. No, this is literally the ending of Kiwami 2 then.
今日立つのね。
ああ、
そう。私もお別れを言いに来たわ。
So this is when we leave Kamurocho to go back to Sunflower then. Okay. Sayama, you look a little different. Everyone does, it's PS3. That's fine. But yeah, like, Kiwami 2 starts, reasonable thing happening, year goes on, we go to say goodbye to our dad, who's apparently not dead, and our brother. And while we're there, the new chairman comes in, who we found out in the previous game was becoming the chairman. He gets shot and things escalate from that point. Here, just everything happens at one fucking go. The graveyard that gets progressively bigger after every game. Every character that's been murdered in the Tojo clan shows up here, even if they're a dick. Because, Nishiki was here. Although I don't know if Shimano's somewhere amongst all this. We'll get to that later. I assume you'd like to pay your respects to the people you've lost first. It might be nice to stop for a second and reflect on everything that's happened. This is literally how Kiwami 2 started. Kiwami 2 started where we are. Times pass since things have happened. We go to reflect on those who have passed. This is where the previous game started. Not with people coming back from the dead and other people being shot. Done already? No, I'm not done. Fine, I just wanted to talk. The game gave me the option to talk. We're walking! We're playing a PS3 game! But you know, it's on a PS5. So we've done that. Okay, so the first thing I'll notice, walk cycle is very much a PS3 game. It is, like, stiff in terms of your direction, but you turn on a dime very easily. There's no, like, physics or realistic movement to your turning or anything like that. You point that direction, you'll start going there immediately, without the fluidness of that movement, but the walk cycle and everything, and, like, your directional aiming is a bit stiffer to change that direction. But you can do it very quickly. I'm fine with it. Terada, you're one of the leaders of a Kansai Yakuza conglomerate known as the Omi Alliance. Yeah, he was also the leader of the Tojo. He was also the leader of the, Wow, I've already forgotten the name of the Korean Mafia. What was the name of the Korean Mafia? I've already forgotten. No sprinting either. This is maximum speed. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize this game didn't have sprinting. Jingweon, thank you. Despite working for our rivals, you owed Kazuma-san a huge debt, leading you to try and stop the Tojo clan's infighting over the missing 10 billion yen. The exploded 10 billion yen. I've seen the kindness and generosity in your heart. I decided to leave the Tojo clan in your hands. To protect the weakened Tojo from the Omi Alliance, you opted to call a truce with their leader, Jin Goda. But it was all part of a plot to take revenge for a Jingweon massacre from over 20 years earlier. Even so, you owed your life to Kazuma-san. That's why I chose to believe you when you asked me to trust you as you died. And that's why you didn't run away from the bomb exploding. Also, you had the shit beaten out of you and you were nearly dead and you wouldn't have been able to run anyway. Because of you, Terada, I learned never to give up on people, even when things take a turn for the worst. He literally caused Kiwami 2 to happen, but alright. But that's who this dude is. That's who this dude is. Like, he still forgives Nishiki and shit, despite everything Nishiki didn't want. Yakuza? Is that PS3 names? Oh my god. So here's the difference. In the PS3 version, there were flashbacks of the PS2 games here. Those were cut in the remaster. Because we'd see old PS2 models. Also, the translations haven't been updated. Hence Kazuma instead of Fuma. Yeah, I have heard that, like, it's also, like, Kazi. Like, instead of Kiryu, he's called Kazuma. And so, like, Majima shortens it to Kazi and stuff like that. I have heard that, yeah, some of the translations for this game were a bit outdated, because, you know, it was still early into the franchise. I hope someday the Tojo Clan becomes the kind of organization you always wanted it to be. Until that day, watch over them, please. Like, Yakuza is now known as the absolute pinnacle of localization, of just being the best localizations that have been from Japanese to Western. But I imagine it didn't start there. Nishiki, as long as I can remember, you are my friend. And my brother. We were both taken in by Kazuma-san at Sunflower Orphanage. Then joined a Yakuza organization called the Dojima family, led by Patriarch Sohei Dojima. Is every game just gonna start at, by the way, for the people who are new to the franchise, here's the graves of everyone that's died that's been important in the series so far, and here's an explanation of what's happened in the series so far. And again, we'll get to the point in Yakuza 6 where this intro sequence of looking at the graves takes 6 hours because of how many dead characters there are. When Yumi got kidnapped, you murdered Dojima and threw all our lives into turmoil. I decided to leave Yumi with you and spent 10 years in jail after taking the fall for the murder you committed. I sacrificed the world for you, yet Yumi's disappearance and your sister's illness led you down a path of despair. When I saw you again 10 years later, you were a changed man. All you cared about was becoming chairman of the Tojo clan. In the end, you and I fought over the 10 billion yen that had been stolen from the Tojo. Even still, you sacrificed yourself to save me. I wouldn't be standing here now if it wasn't for you. Rest in peace, Nishiki. You were a great friend right until the very end. Yeah, Kiryu can't even... yeah, even the people who betrayed him, he can't bring himself to just hate them. Not that I think Nishiki was wrong for killing Dojima. Fuck that guy, but literally every decision made afterwards was the wrong one. Yeah, no, exactly that. Yeah, like, Dojima needed to die just based on his actions in Zero alone. And I got to the end of Zero just being like, Okay, so Dojima's plan didn't work in Zero, but he doesn't seem to be that much punished for it. This is weird. We're not really ending the game, like, getting to the main villain, and then Kiwami 1 starts, and it's just like, oh, that's why. Okay, fair enough. I get it now. Might have taken 10 years, but, no, that was 17. Or was that 7? Between Dojima being murdered and Yakuza 0, because it's 17 years later the game takes place, so Dojima gets murdered 7 years after Yakuza 0, right? I've got my timeline right there? I don't know. Yumi. I still think back to the time me, you, and Nishiki spent at Sunflower. We sure had some fun, huh? Even after Nishiki and I joined up with the Dojima family, we never stopped spending time with you. Serena, the bar where you worked, ended up our favorite hangout spot. You know, they're never gonna mention Reina again, are they? Reina was such an important, like, they're like a really important character in Yakuza 0. Because she was there and Yumi wasn't. And then she's been just fucking pushed to the side and forgotten. Her dead corpse on top of that one building and next to Shinji, and no one has cared since. 3 of us were happy then. Looking back on it now, it almost feels like a dream. Then on that fateful day, Sohei Dojima kidnapped you, and you had to watch while Nishiki murdered him. The shock of it all caused you to lose your memory. Before you'd regained it, though, you met a D8 member named Kyohei Shinju and conceived a child with him, Haruka. Once you recovered your memory and learned of Jinju's plan, you left Haruka at Sunflower and began working with Chairman Sarah and Kazuma-san to stop him. Yumi, there's so much I wish I'd gotten the chance to say to you. I'm sure the same goes for Haruka. So, we'll be back to visit again, I promise. I feel like such an important character in Yakuza 0 is becoming an increasingly silly idea as the series continues. Look, I know, okay. I know. But it's just, like, I know that game was made after the others, but still, though. So, I think, secretly, the most important character in Zero, who isn't important anymore, but is still important, is Nishitani. Because Nishitani has just now become Majima. So, that one's still important. Kazuma-san, how can I repay you for everything you did for me? By coming back from the grave. No, that's what Kazuma's doing, apparently. Even though you were a ranking Tojo officer, you devoted your life to Sunflower Orphanage and raised me and the other kids like we were your own flesh and blood. To be fair, it's because you killed my dad, but still. And when I got expelled from the clan and sentenced to 10 years in jail for the murder of Sohei Dojima, you're one of the only people who didn't abandon me. I mean, he didn't meet you after you got out. When I finally got out of prison, you used the Kazuma family to protect me from all the Tojo men who were out for my head. You even laid down your life to save Haruka. After your death, I took over as 4th chairman of the Tojo clan and managed to put a stop to the infighting. No, you didn't! No, you didn't! You took over as 4th chairman and immediately fucking bounced, left Harada in place, and Harada caused more infighting. Even before the dude died, we saw there was several people who were inside who killed each other. You did not stop a single ounce of infighting, Kiryu. You stopped it for an hour. The only time the infighting stopped in the Tojo clan is after Daigo killed Nishiki's replacement. Once that happens, there's been no more infighting left. Because there's about 6 people left in the clan. And they're all friends with Kiryu. So that's why it stopped. Let him have this. The Kiryu life is hard. No! He says he took over as 4th chairman and stopped the infighting. He took over as 4th chairman and literally left the same day. And he put someone in who was from a rival clan. Like, even outside, like, he couldn't have known that Tarada was going to be part of the Jingweon. Like, I get that. But he still put someone in who was from Omi in the first place. That was never going to go well for the people still currently in Tojo. Or for the officers and stuff that Tarada brought over from Omi. It was never going to work. He did definitely become it before the Jinju fight, so stop Jinju and Nishiki. Does that count? Does that count? But I wanted to wash my hands of the Yakuza alive, so I installed Toretto as 5th chairman. Like me, he owed you a massive debt. That wasn't the end of my involvement, though, so I came back into the fold to deal with the Jingweon Mafia's plot for revenge. You see, some Jingweon members you spared 20 years ago wanted revenge on the Dojima family for their downfall. But I managed to thwart their plans. I mean, you thwarted their plans, but the Omi still killed, like, Sengoku's men still killed so many fucking people. And now the JoJo's at a crossroads yet again. But I have someone in mind to take over. Someone I trust to lead the clan back down the right path. Rest in peace, Kazuma-san. You deserve that much. And thank you for everything. Kiryu. A master planner, Kiryu is not. I mean, that's the thing. If there is one thing that we can say, like, Kiryu has the best interest in heart at pretty much every single moment, and yes, that is very much true. But if there is something that we can say about Kiryu, is he doesn't always think through his ideas. That's literally the thing that he said he needed to learn at the ass beginning of Yakuza 0. He went to, Dojima's HQ and was just like, alright, well, I've caused problems because I collected on a dude who died, and it was in a place that was bad. I fucked up. To make up for this, so that Kazuma doesn't die, I'm gonna quit. And then he quit, and then Dojima's just like, alright, we're still gonna do the exact same thing we were planning on doing before, but alright, you can leave. And since that moment, Kiryu has continued to not use a single brain cell in his head to actually work out how to take out any of these things. If there is one thing that Kiryu has been really good at so far, it's stopping the bad guys after a lot of people have died. He's very good at that. Yakuza 0 had him because his dad was in prison, and he couldn't just ask him what to do. Kiryu. Alright, hi Sayama.
Ne.
Am I finished? Now I'm done. I've done all I need to do. Why use brain cells when your fists have solved every problem you've ever had? Because of the 4 graves that I just spoke to, but you know. All of them had an ounce of deserving it. Well, not Yumi. Not Yumi. I've done all I need to do. Right. I guess you'll be leaving then? Yep. Heading down to Okinawa tomorrow morning. You know, I never pegged you as the kind of guy to start an orphanage. I mean, I'm sure you have pegged him, but that's on certain things on the internet that I'm not allowed to show on Twitch. Wait, starting... That, you know what, that makes a little more sense, actually. It's not Sunflower, because Sunflower was never a beach thing. He's starting a new orphanage. He's the one who took the 10 billion. That's where it's all gone, to his orphanage. Dun dun dun. Alright, it all exploded. Never mind. It's been a dream of mine to take care of kids, though. Just like Kazuma-san did for me when I had nowhere to turn. This makes a lot of sense. The idea of Kiryu just going to run an orphanage actually makes a lot of fucking sense. In the year between Kiwami 1 and 2, Kiryu didn't seem like he was doing much. He was just bumming around in his apartment while, like, Haruka went to school and stuff. He didn't really seem to have an idea of what his purpose was to do outside of the Yakuza. And over the events of Kiwami 2, I guess he's learned. Oh yeah, I do want to start an orphanage. Kiryu starting an orphanage is the biggest moment of character development he's had in this series so far, honestly. It really is. Because, again, like, between Kiwami 1 and 2, he didn't know what to do. Honest to God, what did Kiryu do for the entire year that passed between Kiwami 1 and 2? What did Kiryu actually do with his life? Because the answer is fucking nothing. It is actually nothing. And it does seem like he's going to be dragged back into this, not because he's choosing to. If there's people who are trying to take his land where the orphanage is, then yeah, that's something being forced upon him. If that's what's happening here, then okay, him getting dragged back into it this time isn't actually as much of his because you think about the start of Kiwami 2, where it was just like he has his life with Haruka and everything like that. The moment one thing goes wrong in Tojo that he hears about, he immediately goes back and says, alright, well, I will march into Omi headquarters and I don't care if I die. He had a year and he still had no idea what the fuck he wanted to do. Like, he didn't even think about, just like, well, if I die, Haruka's fucked. Like, he was just, no, I'm just gonna, alright, something has gone wrong with Tojo. I'm using this as an excuse to go back and be a Yakuza. Cursing on his millions from the 80s. Basically. I will call it Flower Sun Orphanage. Oh, Kiryu, you're a genius. A textbook Kazuma Kiryu response if I've ever heard one. But why Okinawa? It's a nice beach with the sun. Why not Okinawa? There's a place there with ties to Sunflower. Oh, okay, it's still tied to Sunflower, never mind. One day Kiryu will go see a therapist. Someday, there'll be a fucking hitman trying to kill him and he'll just beat the shit out of him. When their old manager died, they asked me if I knew anyone who might be able to lend a hand. You decided the person should be you? Okay, so he's not starting an orphanage, he's taking over one. That's a slight misinterpretation. Seemed like the perfect opportunity. How many opportunities for an ex-Yakuza out in the wild anyway? Here, Okinawa is beautiful too. That intro cutscene very much showed that, yeah. Yeah, and the orphanage is right down by the beach. You should come visit when you get the chance. I'd love that, but I doubt be able to for a while. Why is that? Well, I'm actually leaving the country tomorrow. Oh, okay, and this is why Sayama, despite the whole ending of Kiwami 2 being that these two were in love, isn't going to be in the franchise anymore. Got it. Okay, I can see where that's coming. Therapist, my name is Yo. Yo, I'm on. Oh. He just walks into the therapist's office, sees someone there. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, God. Sayama died on the way back to her home planet. Kiryu's not allowed to be happy, so he can't go run an orphanage with his partner. No. The state. Oh, she's dead. She's fucking dead. They're starting a training program for a new branch of the Metropolitan Police, so they've asked me to be an instructor. Well, it's nice to know that in a couple of years that Sayama is going to be beating the shit out of protesters to work for a fascist police state. Nice going, Sayama. You've done well. Is it really that simple? You'd probably try to stop me if I said more. Might be best to just leave it at that. Well, I can't say I'm not happy for you. It's good to see you following your heart. They're literally just writing Sayama out of the story instantly. Literally instantly. They realized Kiryu had a love interest that survived, so they just wrote her out at the very beginning of the next fucking game. Oh my god, I thought you'd say that. Besides, I don't think you'd like it very much if I turned them down to stay with you. Guess not. There's still a lot I want to accomplish as a police officer, Kiryu-san. Career goals, you know. And I think America's the best place for me to do that. Well, it's fine that I don't like her anyways. God, how do we write female characters? Oh, get rid of them. You're probably right. So let's go our separate ways. For now. There's no way she's showing back up. If they want to write her out of the series this fucking fast, there's no way she's coming back. I'll come find you once I've done what I need to do, okay? Promise. We've known each other for... Oh, I guess at this point it's January. We've known each other for maybe for a month. For now. She will never be mentioned again after this. I fucking knew it. I knew it. The moment they decided to write her out instantly, I knew she'd never come back. It's a promise. Okay. Their reasoning for writing her out seems really lazy and just like they wanted to get rid of the character. Hey, it's you two. What's up? Hi, Date. Hi, I keep forgetting his name. Is it Soda? I keep forgetting his name. Or am I just thinking of Popinski again? I don't know.
ガス切れか。どうぞ。ああ、悪い。返さないで結構です。差し上げます。
Oh. Where are you leaving?
一家じゃタバコは吸えませんから。一家だと
Oh.
私は来月付で4家から1家へ戻ります。
I'll be transferring effective next month. Okay.
極道相手の4家じゃ吸えても、殺人事件を扱うエリートコースの1家じゃ吸えませんからね。昇進したのか
Is
よかったじゃないか。
Is Division 1 organized crime or is that homicide?
そういうわけでもありませんよ。
4 is the other one.
今回の東上会と近江連合の構想。結局、警視庁も府警も後手に回り何もすることは。
That sounds like he got younger. Well, do keep in mind if they redid the voices for the Kiwami 2. This was recorded about a decade beforehand.
警察としては大きな汚点を残す結果。
Yeah, one of the top cops was Jingweon.
なんで一家に戻るんだ。口封じですよ。佐山君も私も今回の抗争事件に関わった人間は皆昇進。
Oh, okay. There's at least a reason why this makes sense. Okay.
不祥事をうやむやにするつもりなんでしょう。
Okay, they're promoting all of the cops to keep them quiet about the fact that one of the main villains of the previous game was a cop. It at least makes sense story-wise. It at least makes sense story-wise. There is an actual reason.
心配なんですよ。
Like just out of nowhere. Oh, I'm going to America. I got a job there. Okay, no, there's an actual reason why that. Why?
警察は今後、東上会や近江連合といった組織に対して一定の距離を取る方針です。 今回の警察の失態を救ったのはある意味彼らでしたからね。
なるほどな。で、何が心配なんだ？
私はまだ極道を信じてません。
Well, obviously you're a cop. Also, they're
もし
Yakuza.
登場界の跡目が桐生さんじゃないなら、またカムロ町は昔のような荒れた町に。
大丈夫
The
だ。
only Yakuza I trust worth a fucking damn is Kiryu to not make
あいつ
the
は
Dojo clan a
ちゃん
bunch
と
of
考え
dicks.
てるよ。奴はケツの
Date,
方
how
を
long
知って
have
る
you known Kiryu for?
Kamurocho
Okay, only a
する前に
year, but still.
やることはやってくはずだ。
When has Kiryu ever had a plan? Date, what the fuck you
そ
want
れじゃあ
about?
そろそろ行く。
ええ。今日は
Literally, when
カム
has
ロ
he
町
had
に
a
でも
plan?
行くの？
ああ。和樹や優也たちに一言挨拶しないとな。それに、
それに？
どうしても一人話をしておかないとならない奴がいるんだ。
登場界のことね。
ああ。このまま行けば大悟が登場界の6代目を継ぐ。だが大悟はまだ若い。組みまとめるだけの力が足りない。
登場界を支えられる人間、誰か当てはあるの？
俺と同じように昔からの登場界を知っている人間が一人な。
なるほどね。けど堂島大吾に彼を飼いならすだけの度量があるかしら。
あいつは誰にも飼いならされるような玉じゃねえよ。
Get into it quick in this game!
要は
Get into it fast
彼
in
が
this
今の
one!
登場界に魅力を感じるか、それだけってことね。
そうだな。
You really gonna convince him to give up building giant skyscrapers to go back to the place that he fucking left because
や
he
るし
hated
かねえ
it?
んだ。だから俺は今日どうしても真島に会う。そして奴を説得する。
Oh, persuade him. I wonder how we're gonna do that. I wonder how we're
殴り合う
gonna
ような展開にならないといいわね。
do that. Of course it does. It's Mashima.
そればっかり
Of
は
course it
わ
does.
からん
It's
がな。
Mashima. Oh my god.
気をつけてね。
ああ、お前もな。じゃあ行ってくる。
Bye, Sayama. I look forward to never seeing you again, apparently. Our date montage was still weird, and I still don't think it really builds up our relationship very well. And the fact that we're in love, I think, was a dumb idea anyway, so I'm not actually that, like, upset by it. Bye! Turns out whenever the Yakuza problems, that Kiri guy just solves everything. So we didn't need to do anything anymore. But now he's leaving. Shit, we need to find a way to bring him
おじ
back.
さんとカムロ町を歩くのも今日が最後かもしれないんだ
So we're
ね。
never coming back to this accursed
そんな
fucking
ことは
city
ない
after this? No, no, we will.
またいつでも帰ってこられる。
It'll just be difficult.
どうした？
今日は思いっきり遊びたい。
Well,
おじさんと
hopefully,
一緒に遊
well,
びたい。
hopefully nothing goes wrong there. He says if Kamurocho's ever been out of the mug. I don't know, there was that 7 years before
好
Dojima
きな
was
だけ遊
murdered.
ぼう。
Probably wouldn't have been that bad. Of course, Kiryu's gotta go see his boyfriend before he leaves town. Goro Majima, sitcom laugh track starts up. Yes. Like, no fucking around. Just, you get your Majima early in this game, why not? It's funny how everyone always has complete faith in Kiryu despite him obviously lacking any forethought. Date saying that he's that kind of guy always has a plan. Literally, when has Kiryu had a plan? Honest to God, tell me a goddamn single moment where Kiryu has had a plan. Kiryu is one of the single most reactive characters I've ever played as. Don't get me wrong, I love the dumb fuck, but he's still a dumb fuck. Does it need to be a good plan? Honestly, I reckon I could challenge you to come up with a plan and he doesn't have one. Okay, it doesn't have to be a good plan, but it needs to be a plan as in things considered multiple steps of the way, not Kiryu shows up somewhere and does one thing and that is the plan. Kiryu showing up to Omi HQ to make a deal with Jin Goda about a truce, but thinking he might die showing up there, that doesn't count as a plan. Him going to Dojima HQ to quit the Yakuza to get Shitaro out of trouble, that doesn't count as a plan. Kiryu going somewhere and beating someone up and hoping that him doing that results in what he wants it to do doesn't count as a plan. I need this motherfucker to have multiple steps that he plans on executing to result in what he wants. I don't care if it's a bad one, but I want it to involve multiple steps. And I don't think the fucker has done that once. Like, he has gotten through because he is a stubborn bastard who is very strong, who doesn't let other people push him around, and doesn't let other people get away with stuff because he'll stand in their way. He's a very good character, and I like him, but I'm not going to say the dude's flawless. Yakuza series can be accurately described as every game starts with Kiryu making one extremely questionable decision, and things just unravel from there. Well, there's always other people creating their plans. Like, other people are schemers and planners and everything like that. And he gets wound up into it. But yeah, at the start of every single game, he makes a really dumb decision that goes very fucking poorly. Like, he quits the Yakuza in 1. And then Dojima basically has free reign to do everything. And he has to do everything from that point to try and fight back once he leaves. In Kiwami 1... he takes the fall for what's his name? He takes the fall for Nishiki killing Dojima, and that just turns Nishiki into an absolute piece of shit that makes everything happen at the end of that game. And Kiwami 2, he puts Terada in power, which was a terrible idea from the outset that anyone could have seen coming. Start an orphanage? I don't know, profit, it'll be fine. Nothing bad has ever happened when Kiryu leaves Kamurocho. Pretty sure the last time that Kiryu left Kamurocho, Majima had to fend off an entire army of people on his own and he almost died. I'm pretty sure that's the last time he left Kamurocho. Let's go see Uncle Kazuki and Uncle Yuya. Right, they deserve a farewell after all they've done for us. Time to pay those two a visit. Stardust is just down the street. Yo, Kamurocho! Kamurocho! There is so many people. This is more people than any other game. Why is there so many people here? Okay, their render distance isn't that far, but there is so many people. There is just an absolute shit fuckload of people. Oh my god, we're actually back in Kamurocho. I'm so glad that I decided to start this today. I wanted to finish off a whole bunch of other series, but some of them didn't work. And then the others I decided not to. But I am very glad that I'm coming back to Yakuza. I'm immediately seeing Kiryu, and I'm immediately seeing Kamurocho, and oh my god. And do you want to hear my most inflammatory take that I possibly have that I can say right now? Looking at the city like this. I prefer the graphics of this game over Kiwami 2. Alright. Turns out the commotion a while ago was part of a struggle for control over a major Yakuza clan that started when its leader was assassinated. That ain't what I heard. I thought some Yakuza from Osaka were trying to take over Kamurocho, and it turned into a full-scale war. That war... no, the war with the Jingmyeon at the very end was a big war, but the Omi one wasn't.
Yeah?
You're both wrong. They're trying to keep it under wraps, so it was actually a terrorist attack by an organized crime group from overseas. You serious? This is bigger than I thought. It turns out you're all correct. Yakuza plots. Let me in to say all the things advertising all the babes. Fine. Oh, okay. Pressing that doesn't go into my map? There's my map. Okay. They're all bullets. Or tattoos, I can't tell. Damn. And then the menus are never going to look the same across any two games, I feel. I feel like they're never going to look the same. But yep, that's the Kamurocho I know. Big thing you have to get used to, map from the main menu. I am not going to get used to that. I refuse. Oh, and we don't even have multiple levels of zoom to... Okay. Yakuza plots are straightforward. It's fine, don't worry about it. Okay, so you've either got very slow, very zoomed in, or really big, unable to move anywhere or zoom. Okay. Wait, no! No, it's still the same. It's still the same. Back to fix save points, no longer save anywhere. I usually stuck with it anyways. Junk is a 3! It's fine, I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it and I won't complain for that long. It's just something I'm gonna get used to. It's fine. PS3, you know. Before they knew how to make video games, apparently.
昼間っから何サボってんだ、ゆうや。
桐生さん
You look very different. Hi. What's with the do-rag? What's with the get-up? Just getting my clean on. Those Go-Ryo punks tore the place up real bad. Oh yeah, this is one of the places they attacked. In one of the many situations where Ryuji had the opportunity to kill us and decided not to. Everyone's really been pitching in though. So they're doing all the work while you smoke? Haruka with the sass. Got it all wrong, Haruka-chan. I was just taking a little breather. By breathing in smoke because it was harder to breathe. Fun. By the way, how are you feeling? What, me? Better than ever, man. I'll take more than a few punches to put it on dents and all Yuya. I mean, you were part of the March of a Construction thing. You were there for a while. In defense, PS3 was an infamously difficult console to make games for. It was also an infamously difficult console to play anything on. The PS3 just sucks overall. It's a really bad console. Might have some fantastic games on it, but as a console, functionally, oh my god, it's terrible. You're wearing his one other shirt for cleaning. Hey, he needs the giant white coat again. He needs to look like fucking Jotaro again. It hurts to laugh. If that's better than ever, I don't want to see what you hurt looks like. Oh, and how's Kazuki doing? Still over with the dog. Sounds like it's still going to be a while till he can come home. I mean, he was kidnapped for a long time, so I imagine he's over with Doc. I've forgotten the dude's name. Glad to hear it. By the way, Yuya, we're actually here to say goodbye. Huh? What do you mean goodbye? I'm moving to Okinawa. Gonna be taking over an orphanage down there. And you're going too, Haruka-chan? Mm-hmm. Where else would you go? Dokimoto! There it is. Now that rings a bell. The place actually is pretty close ties to Sunflower too. After what Haruka and I have been through, I think it'll feel good after looking after some kids myself. But what about Haruka's friends with the dog from Sunflower that I've forgotten the name of? She's just gonna leave all of her friends at that orphanage? I mean, obviously she's gonna go with Kiryu over anyone else, but still. Although I guess for the most, she was only there during the events of Kiwami 2. The year between Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2, she wasn't at the orphanage, so fair enough. Well, that's outright charitable of you, man. But I gotta say, it's gonna be lonely around here without you. It's not like we're gonna be that far. They can still see each other, you know. It's an island. I don't know sizes of other countries. I live in Australia. The nearest fucking main city is a 10-hour drive away. So, well, unless you count the other city districts inside Sydney, because it's a huge city. But yeah, distances I can't compare to other countries. When you say you're off on an island off to the side of the thing, I'm just like, oh, so you need to prepare like a weekend to do that trip. Like, I don't know how far it is. Like, is it a boat and a bus ride here that's like really quick? I have no idea. You can even come visit us sometime. You know? That ain't such a bad idea. I'll ask Kazuki-san about taking the team down there for our next vacation. Sounds like a plan. Speaking of, I'm actually thinking to go see Kazuki now. Oh yeah? I'm sure you'll be happy to see you. Hope so. Anyway, Yuya, take care of this place while Kazuki's out of commission, okay? Do what I can. Well, Kiryu-san, I guess this is it. Good luck down there. Oh, and you too, Haruka-chan. Bye, Uncle Yuya. Don't forget to come visit. Yuya. You're freaking out? Pampered celebrity, hey you there! Can I help you? Is it true that Kazuki-kun, the owner of Stardust, was shot? I heard he's in the hospital. I can't even eat, I've been so worried. I must have lost at least 30 kilograms since I heard the news. So there's a rumor that Kazuki was shot. Was Kazuki shot or was it his doppelganger? Because I know Kazuki was like held captive for a long time. I don't remember, was Kazuki himself shot during that or was it just the doppelganger? Tokyo to Okinawa is 1,554 kilometers. Okay, that's a big distance. That is a very big distance. Okay, fair enough. That is still a fucking enormous distance. That is absolutely monumental to travel. Okay. I think Kazuki got shot too. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember. Yeah. I'm gonna... I'm just gonna say it's true. Fuck it. Yeah, it's true. Oh no! I can't bear to think of his beautiful face being injured anyway. I think I'm gonna faint. Well, actually, his face is fine. Oh, really? Phew! Knowing Kazuki-kun, I'm sure he put his life on the line to save the club from some nasty Yakuza or something. Close. I should go pay him a visit at the hospital. Wait. Is there even one nearby? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Oh my god, there's black people in this game. Oh my god. Outside of Gary Buster Holmes, these may be the first black characters that I have seen. Characters. They're NPCs walking around that aren't named. But honest to god, I think outside of Gary Buster Holmes, I think it's the first time that I've seen black people in a Yakuza game. Holy fucking shit. I don't think I'm exaggerating on that. Dogamoto's clinic is like a hole in the wall. You go up an elevator and there's a bed, and then there is an operating theater, and by that we mean a bed, but there's a door between that bed and the other bed. They canceled construction at Kamurocho Hills because it was almost blown up and it has a bomb still on top of it, probably. Heard there was an incident at some sort of construction site. The whole construction company just up and left. Wait, the whole company left? Wait, Majima's entire clan left? What? Canceling a job of that magnitude must put a lot of people out of work. And we're talking years of work. It's a real shame. Wait, the entire Majima clan left Kamurocho Hills because of what happens? That doesn't make sense. There was that Dokimoto sub-story, dudes. You are very correct, actually. Yes. And their whole thing was these dudes, this Japanese dude's being racist to us. And that's still partially true, but it was more so he refused to even try to cross the language barrier to tell him that the dude was fine. I heard that business between Tojo Clan and Nomi Alliance from a while back is really over. Somehow I doubt it. Why's that? If you want to win a war, you gotta finish the job. Completely annihilate the other side. Doing it halfway will just make your enemy want to get revenge later on. People can hold grudges for years, even decades. The ones who've stuck around may end up striking at the Tojo Clan sooner or later. Just like the Jinguion Mafia. Tojo Clan has to immediately choose a sixth chairman and bring the clan back together if they want to prevent the Nomi Alliance from retaliating. With a strong leader at the helm, they won't have to deal with any dissension in their ranks. Doubt, but alright. Let's convince Majima to support Daigo. Doubt even on that, but alright. This is the Tojo clan you are referring to. What? Honest to god, I thought this dude was Yuya for a second because of the white coat, but no, that's just kind of a... It's an Udi. Huh. Gotta say, you look good. For a while there, I thought you were done for. So I'm just talking to random people now. I got Dokomoto to thank for that. He's a real angel, that guy. Not many doctors would bother to train a penniless bum like myself. Yeah, I'm surprised he can make ends meet doing business like that. Now that Kazuma's dead, is the Emoto Clinic still being funded by the Yakuza? Because that was the whole point of the sub-story in 1. Was that Kazuma was funding that hospital. Well, again, he was funding those 2 beds and the dude who stood near them. But, you know, I heard he's got some rich guys supporting him. He helps out on the money end so the doc can treat people at Kamurocho. Or is it the florist now? It's amazing. Guess there are still some decent people left in the world, huh? It could very well be the florist. Sorry. Dude just wanted to have a lie down afterwards. Sorry to help him out. His profile says that he's been having money problems since Kazuma's death, so maybe not as much, I guess. Oh. Okay, so it's still a problem. Yes, Haruka? Haruka, your walk cycle there. Do you need some help? You got a lot of confidence in that stride for a 12-year-old. We should get some gelato. Oh my god, God. We haven't been here for like a month and there's already fucking gelato places opened up. No, my highballs haven't. No, this is bullshit. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love gelato. I actually really like gelato. It's probably my favorite type of ice cream. But my highballs haven't. Unfair. That was a literal hole in the wall that they fed you alcohol through to drink on the street. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, sad. You can do a very small amount of Haruka's trust now if you want. Oh, hell yeah. How do I get gelato? There it is. Sorry, I like gelato, but they got rid of my hole in the wall that feeds me ice cream. That feeds me alcohol. Wait, what were you saying? Can I have some strawberry gelato? You can have some strawberry gelato. What would you like to order? Wow, I want strawberry gelato. Could you get me some, Oji-san? I will order some strawberry gelato, especially popular with girls for its uniquely sweet and tangy flavor. I will buy some gelato. Yay! Thanks! Haruka's trust. Already going up. Already working on side shit. That is the side shit of the side shit. That is the most unnecessary stuff to do in the game. Sorry, just bumping into everyone. So, quick question. Is there stuff I can actually do in Kamurocho at this point? Or is it just, like... Could I do karaoke right now? Thankfully, Haruka doesn't need for 100% this game. Nice. Haruka's Whims is the sidest of side shit. Yeah, it's just, you really don't need to. Okay, there's a lot of parts of the city that I can't go to. Coin lockers are still there, save things are still there. Bowling is back! Bowling is back! Fuck yeah. Do you do karaoke yet? No, probably not. The batting center, always. I think the batting center and the Club Sega have been the only things that are like side activities that have not moved once. I think they're the only ones that have never moved. And they're like giant things built there. Like, because Mark Bowling has not been in here since Yakuza fucking 0. Yet it's in the same building as before. Damn. So I'm taking it in. I'm back in Kamurocho and I enjoy it. And every time we come back here, it looks a little different because of the game, the graphics, the layout, and everything like that. But it is always distinctly Kamurocho. I mean, even that, I recognize that shit. The sign looks different, but I recognize that. It's like, oh yeah, there's the place. Oh my god, there's just so many people. And the draw distance, the render distance on people is really weird because it looks like that everyone is crowding around Kiryu, and you look a little bit further up and there's hardly anyone. Just everyone loves being directly around Kiryu. They have dedicated buildings because they have to. I think Mark Bowling, the building was still in 2 at least. That's true. Ayo. What's up, Haruka? No, she doesn't have anything to say, never mind. Can't really have a batting center just anywhere. But I also mean that they leave it in the same spot. They don't move the batting center to a different place in each game. Like, that has stayed in the same spot in that street. Like, it's not been... They've not put a different building there and put a batting center in somewhere else. Stardust and Tenkaichi Streets, a top host club in Kamurocho. Clubs are cracking down and clubs bringing in customers off the street. A lot of places having trouble staying out of the red, but Stardust is popular as ever. Why is that? Well, they got a reputation for not overcharging. Just letting their customers have fun, you know? Really, I think you can chalk it up to Kazuki and Yuya, the owner and the manager. They run an honest business. Even their host trusts them. I see. But there's been a lot of trouble at Stardust lately. They don't pay protection money, so they get harassed by the local Yakuza pretty often. Hey, they're my friends. The Yakuza should not be doing that. What the fuck? Part of what makes the place so appealing. They don't make deals with those brutes. What's up, Haruka? Haruka's walk cycle is not great. Just in terms of PS3 Jenkins stuff, her walk cycle is not great. It very much comes across as, how the fuck do we animate children? Kiryu's is fine. Kiryu's basically in permanent Kiryu walk phase right now. Like, that he's doing the Kiryu walk in the sub-stories right now. Oh, but still. Yeah, heard again? You sure know how to keep the dog busy. No, I'm just visiting someone today. I heard the young man from the host club? He was hurt pretty badly from what I heard. Then again, so were you. And just look at you now. You never know, you once had a brush with death. Just what are you made of, huh? We're actually just getting random people in the street who know who Kiryu is. That's nice. I owe it all to the doctor. To be fair, it wasn't this doctor who saved you from being stabbed in the last game. Emoto Medical Clinic. Just as a note for now, in the future, characters who follow you around have a voice line they repeatedly call out when you run ahead of them. She doesn't want anything, she's just yelling her voice line. Got it. Got it. Okay, thank you. That one's probably very useful to know. Is this where Uncle Kazuki is, right? Yup. Something up? Well, I was just thinking, can we go have some fun after we see him? Of course. Nice. Just a sec there, buddy. Oh my god, someone already wants to fight me. Like that in previous games, I guess you just never noticed it because you hardly took Haruka anywhere. Hey! I was running around with Haruka. I did all of the side... I did like the entirety of Kamurocho Hill's construction and the host club shit with Haruka in tow. I heard her yell that stuff all the time. I'm just learning how a new game works. Can I help you? Sounds like a place to be bringing a little girl, old man. You get lost on your way to the fun fair? None of your business. Now back off or I'll make you back off. Kiryu, once again, not being someone who was going to fuck around anymore. Oh, I'm so scared. Dude, what's with this asshole? Guy's pissing me off. Sure, pal. We'll back off if you hand over some cash. I mean, that girl of yours gets an allowance, yeah? How about sharing the wealth? Sorry, not happening. Just fuck it over, man! Or I'll dance on you, I guess. You don't want to get your ass beat in front of your kid, do ya? Are you even listening, you old fuck? Look, if you get lost now, I'll forget this ever happens. But if you stick around, you're gonna pay. Promise. Think you can take us, asshole? You're the only one who's gonna be paying today, man. Either in cash or in blood. Your choice. Random drifters on the street recognize me as Kiryu. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'll get you some blood if you want, but it's not gonna be mine if you catch me. Kiryu also being sassy. Good one! You're gonna regret this. This dude's animations of this cocky punk. We'll see about that. Let's go. Kiryu, you definitely had a way of not letting this escalate to this. If you just literally ignored them from the start and walked in the building, you wouldn't be in this situation. He can't help himself. Straight bugs. Alright, time to learn how combat functions in this game. Alright, rush combo. Press square repeatedly to do the basic rush combo. Oh, it's only got 4 attacks. It only has 4 at the moment. I guess we unlock more. Oh yeah, because it's the kick and then the big spin kick? Or am I thinking of something else? I don't know. Once again, the Dragon Dasher is famous enough that someone impersonated him in Kiwami 2. Right coat, hair, everything. Yet nobody ever recognizes him for some reason. Even the dude impersonating him didn't recognize him. There's one character trait of Kiryu's that's only gets more pronounced throughout the series, is that he's very aware of what a monster he is in a fight. I mean, because in Yakuza 0, it was more so, he was stubborn enough that he didn't care. He was gonna try anything no matter what in 0 because he just didn't care. But especially, like, Kiwami 2 was the big part where we started noticing it. It's just to the point where Kiryu is very, very much aware that there is not a person out there who can beat him hand-to-hand in a fight. There's literally no one. Press triangle during finishing blow. Yep. Yep, that's the same as it ever was. Uppercut. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the double kick one that I'm looking for. There it is. There we go. Nice. Press circle near enemy to grab. Circle throw. Okay, yep. Okay, that's a nice big kick. There's your throw. There's your punch. Punch. 3-hit combo on that. Oh, hey, buddy. What's up? 1, 2. Nice. The jank on the arm movements, though, it doesn't feel that janky, though. There are some who come very close, but no one can do it outright. I mean, even, like, Ryuji could. So, yeah. Even Amon's can't, but Amon's cheat instead of way, but still. The thing, if it looks janky, it doesn't feel janky. From now through, 5 Kiryu's combat is just permanent dragon style from 0 and Kiwami. Yeah, I mean, so it was the same in Kiwami too. It was just dragon style. He just also had extreme heat and stuff. Objects that have that over them, can we grab like weapons, grab an object, beat people with it? Yep. Combat we know and love. Szechuan hot flag. Woo! Woo! Bonk, bonk. There we go. I mean, like the exact combos and animations from Zero Kiwami and not the Dragon Engine's edited version of it. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Blue gauge is called, heat gauge fills up. Yup. Blue aura. The blue aura comes with many advantages. Do we have 0 system back where being in heat mode actually buffs your normal attacks? Have they is that come back from 0 now? Shit, okay. Or is it just that I can do heat moves? During heat mode, you can use secret techniques called heat actions. Yup, that's how we know. Heat moves are what we know. There's that. Wait, the grab one's got to be near a wall. It doesn't have the sound. It doesn't have the sound to start a heat move in this game. Interesting. Oh, there was a mash pump there. It doesn't have the sound. The animations look cool. I like the effects that are coming out when you do it, but the ding sound is not there. Interesting. I love how when a weapon breaks the animation, it takes a bit to get them back to normal. It's fine, don't worry about it. The 6 is modified. Dragon Style Climb 2 has the skin version of 6's Dragon. Heatman's gonna feel tame for comparison. Yeah. Thing is, the animations on it do the stuff that I like, where it's got the glowing parts when you do the punches, the ending here has the red vignetting. It does all of that, and I like all of that. It's just not having that sound effect when it activates is very weird, because that's been such a distinct, sharp sound for all previous 3 games. Show those thugs what you can do. Okay. They're very dead already. They're very dead. They're already very, very dead. Rewind time and redo this fighting lesson. I'm fine, thank you. I don't need to bite the dust on a tutorial, thank you. Had enough? Shit! I'm sorry, man. We'll get out of your hair, no harm, no foul, yeah? I don't remember saying you could leave. Hey, please don't kick our asses anymore, old man. Really don't know how to talk to your elders, huh? Am I gonna have to beat some more manners into here? Wait, no! No more beating! Kiryu intimidating someone to the point where they apologize? It's not normally how this goes. Maybe next time you'll remember your place. Of course, I'm going on the straight and narrow, promise. Fine, get out of here. Thank God, sir. Come on, boys, let's leg it. Kids these days. You alright, Haruka? Mm-hmm. Good. Now let's go see your Uncle Kazuki. Okay. Have we ever heard Haruka just be like, yay, OG-san, you absolutely beat their asses. She's never gotten hyped over his fighting, I think. She doesn't hate it, but she's very much accepted it at this point. Yo, Moto! So, I hear you live in Kamurocho. Yeah, now that everything's settled down. By the way, how's Kazuki going? He'll be fine soon enough. It's still some time until he'll be out in the street, but he's progressing nicely. Good to know. Did you drop in on the Tojo clan yet? Nope, and I'm not planning to. Daigo and Yayoi-san have enough on their plates already rebuilding the organization. Besides, Tojo don't need me now that Daigo's in charge. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Kiri, you went through this a year ago. What do you think's gonna happen? Daigo's a better choice than Tarada, but still. It's alright. I left a letter for Daigo over with Kashiwagi-san. There's one thing I need, though. Hmm? What's that? I need to see a certain someone before I leave Kamurocho for good. Majima, you're gonna ask him to look after Daigo, huh? Damn it, Murdo, you know as well. Haruka is so used to watching Kiryu beat punks with an inch of their life, it doesn't even faze her anymore. She really does not seem to care. Like, she's just like, yeah, no, this is how this goes. Well, why is it weird? Doesn't your dad kick people's asses as well? And we want all the other families to accept Daigo as their leader. We need a big man like Majima to come forward and do it first. Can't you just step in if anyone starts giving him trouble? Why does it have to be Majima? I'm out of the clan, that's why. So is Majima! So is Majima! Majima's not in the clan either! What are you talking about? It's not that long ago that Tojo wanted me dead. Even now, I have my fair share of enemies in the clan. Meaning the Mad Dog's your only option. That's fair. That is fair. Majima's never really had enemies in the Tojo clan. He's never really had, like, other than the dudes who came from Omi, there's never been, like, people inside the clan who consider Majima an enemy. Like, there's no point in Kiwami 1 where the Tojo clan went after him. And the only people who would have considered, like, Majima an enemy would have been anyone related to Dojima. And, you know, they're all dead or in prison. So, yeah. I can understand that. I can't possibly help Tojo while not being in the Tojo. What are you talking about, Imoto? I'm not part of the clan. How would I help? Kiryu says, having spent literally 0 game time in the clan. Sorry. The first, like, 2 hours of Yakuza 0. And first 2 hours of Yakuza 1. None of the patriarchs would dare mess with Majima, but if Daigo can show he's got him on a leash, the other families would have to follow suit. I get it. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. But, you know, it is... You have at least said that you have a reason for why you think it's gonna work that is at least based in reality, which is more than I can say for you usually, Kiryu. You gonna see him now? Yeah. Mind if I leave Haruka here while I'm out? What, the girl? Of course, no problem at all. Thanks, Emoto. Making an enemy of Majima sounds like a fast way to get a knife in the gut. Yeah, again, hopefully people will be smart. Hey, Kazuki, how are you feeling? Kiryu-san, did you come all the way here just to see me? Doc says it'll still be a while until I can go home. But I'm on the mend at least. Right. You're looking pretty healthy. Thanks. Means a lot coming from you. Uncle Kazuki, we're actually here to say goodbye. Goodbye? Are you two going somewhere, Kiryu-san? Yup. The Goryu and the Jingmyeon have been dealt with, and Daigo's come around to being the next chairman. My job here's done. We're moving to Okinawa! Okinawa, huh? That's pretty far. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Haruka and I are going to be running an orphanage down there. Haruka's running the orphanage. You know what? Fair enough. That I understand. I get it. I get it. Making a friend of Majima is a fast way to get a knife in the gut. Also, being Majima, if we're being honest. Was that half decent? Was that okay, I did that because I saw Violin say it. I need all of you to confirm. Was that a half decent impression? I do want to cosplay Majima at some point. If I can't get the laugh down, then there's no point, right? So my idea is I want to cosplay as Majima, go to a convention, and just hope to fucking god someone's cosplaying Kiryu, and then I can hassle them all the time. That wasn't terrible. Fuck yes, that's what I aim for in life. Not terrible. I can't say we won't miss you, Kiryu-san, but I'm sure you'll be great. You said pretty much the same thing. Oh, he also said you'd come visit us. We've been looking for places to take the boys for some team building. Can't think of a better place than Okinawa. You better not forget. Don't worry, Haruka-chan. We'll visit you soon. Halfway decent, didn't nail the high note. I can't do high notes. Legit decent, bit phlegmy, but good. Well, I didn't clear my throat or anything. I just did it I just did it out of anywhere. No practice or anything like that. I will nail it eventually. I'll nail it eventually before the cosplay. Kiryu-san, thank you for everything. I owe you my life. See, you know why I can do the Majima half decent? Because the closest English accent to the Kansai accent is Australian. I hear some people say that it's like a Southern American accent. Fuck no, it's a fucking... The closest is Australian, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. The way that they talk, it's definitely this drunken kookaburra of a voice that I got going on here. Absolutely. Kiryu-san, thank you for everything. I owe you my life. Don't be ridiculous. If it wasn't for me in the dojo clan, you never would have ended up in this, like this in the first place. I hope you can forgive me. Don't be like that, Kiryu-san. I can't imagine a Kamurocho without you. Well, you're gonna have to learn. This town knows you and Kasuma-san more than you realize, so please. There's no need to apologize. If you say so. Thanks again, Kazuki. Of course. And take care of yourself, Kiryu-san. I will. Feel better soon, Uncle Kazuki. Thanks, Haruka-chan. Be good in Okinawa, okay? I don't want to hear about you getting into any trouble. Okay, bye. Don't get kidnapped again in this game. I'm going to be very disappointed when Haruka gets kidnapped once again in this game. You know what I'll say? This happening here... Outside of that intro that takes place after this, where just everything happened at once, this isn't like it's this weird thing of the beginning of this game is like the actual epilogue of the previous game. Like it's literally following on from directly afterwards, dealing exactly with what happened in Yakuza 2. That's really interesting. Because the other games just start like times already passed. New things are happening, and the game did that at the very start, but then it stopped, and now we're getting like it is again, other than that little intro where everything was told to us and people are coming back from the dead and people are being shot and everything like that, other than that part, all of this is the most direct continuation that I have felt in any of these games so far from how the beginning of this game starts. Like, we're talking to characters and dealing with things as a direct result of the previous game, not long afterwards. And they're referencing stuff that happened directly previously. The characters are still in the same situations. Like, we've not... Like, the aftermath hasn't passed and been dealt with and a new thing is happening yet. It's actually very interesting. Not what I was expecting.